Now we'll start to unveil the truth behind the endless loop, a citywide illusion built not by accident, but by design, a supernatural corruption spreading beneath Chicago's foundations. This next chapter begins the slow reveal, the origin of the loop, and the unseen force that built it, deception born of pride, control, and darkness. Chapter 8, The Subway That Never Arrives. The trains of Chicago have always run on rhythm, steel and electricity carrying the pulse of the city beneath its skin. But lately, something has gone wrong with the sound. The rails hum even when no train is coming, the wind howls before the doors open, and commuters swear the stations are changing shape, shifting deeper, darker, each night. Nina Torres, a night shift operator, was the first to ride the new extension, a line that didn't exist on any map, listed only as Track 0 on her terminal. She thought it was a glitch, until the signal light turned green on its own. The tunnels were too quiet as she drove the empty train forward, headlights cutting into a darkness that felt alive. The walls were carved concrete at first, then older, layered brick, and then something else, smooth, black stone that reflected nothing. Her radio buzzed, voices overlapping, whispers too low to understand. Maintenance line, she told herself, gripping the lever tighter. But when the headlights flashed over a sign, it read LaSalle, Descent, and her stomach dropped. No such station existed. The train slowed, the brakes squealing in protest, and she looked out the window to see a platform stretching on forever, dim lights blinking like dying stars. A few figures stood waiting, still, silent, too far to see clearly. She opened the doors, half expecting no one to move, but one of them stepped in, a man in a tattered suit with a briefcase that dripped water. He didn't look at her, didn't speak, just sat in the far corner. As the doors closed, the other figures turned their heads in unison, following her with blank faces until they vanished behind darkness. She checked the mirrors. The man was gone. Only his briefcase remained, open, filled with old newspaper clippings and a single sheet of paper. Written in black ink were words that made her throat go dry. The city fell when the first lie was built beneath it. The train sped up on its own. The speedometer climbed past safety limits, the tunnels narrowing, the windows shaking. Shadows ran alongside the train, hands pressed against the glass, whispering through it. The radio came alive with a single, deep voice, calm, commanding, wrong. Keep going, it said, you're almost where I began. Her flashlight flickered as she stumbled toward the control panel, but when the light came back, the walls outside were no longer stone, they were lined with faces. Dozens of them. Screaming. Whispering. Laughing. The tracks ahead glowed red, like veins. Then, she saw it. A doorway made of light and smoke, rising from the tunnel's floor, pulsing like a heartbeat. The train passed through, and everything went silent. The next thing she knew, the car was parked at Clark and Lake, her clock still blinking 12 o'clock, passengers gone, the briefcase turned to ash. She stepped outside, shaking, looking down the tunnel, where she could still hear the hum. A voice followed her through the echo of the station, smooth and cruel, like someone smiling in the dark. Every circle needs a center, and every lie begins with me. She looked back at the tunnel, and saw it pulse once, like something alive beneath the tracks.